Yes, you actually read the title right. Cardano NFTs do only go up. But in this case, we're not talking about the price of every single NFT project out there, because I think we all know that the price of most NFT projects does the opposite of go up. What we're talking about here is today we reached over 5 million NFTs on the Cardano blockchain, and that's quite a bit of NFTs. That number only goes up. I remember when it was 2 million not too long ago. Now in today's video, we're not just going to talk about how many NFTs there are out there, but we're going to be talking about some specific NFT projects on Cardano that are doing well and that I have had my eyes on, and I think will continue to do well in the future because they're good projects. So let's get into that today, and in general cover the Cardano NFT market and what's going on here in NFT land. First things first, if you don't want to spend all of your ADA on NFTs, you can stake it to earn passive ADA on your ADA with the Jack Stake Pool, JACK. Now, in general, Cardano NFTs have been outperforming the broader market, which is the ADA price points, for the past long time. And honestly, a lot of people have been making the best of this scenario where ADA price goes down and Cardano NFT prices stay the same or go up in a lot of cases, allowing people to multiply their ADA holdings without actually having to put more fiat currency into Cardano. So this is pretty cool. As you can see here, we are kind of sitting steady for the past month or two at a consistent amount of volume. We did have a little dip here, whatever, lines, charts, but in general, the average volume is around 1.5 to 2.5 million for this little while, always above 1 million at least, and that is a lot of volume per day. As you can see here, earlier in the year, it was pretty good too. We had a long break of about a month here, which just didn't do so hot, and since then, we still have retained a lot of traction, even with Cardano price being down to 53 cents. If we look at the Cardano price chart, it's not quite as pretty as the NFT price chart, or it's quite as stable, and we do have a consistent downtrend all the way back dating to September 2021 if we go like this over here. As you can see, here's the peak, the September, and we're going down, down, down. So I don't know about Cardano price, where it's going. I don't even know where the NFT market's going on Cardano. But I do know that right now, the NFT market is overperforming compared to Cardano's price. And if you were in NFTs over the past almost 8 months, and you have gotten some good hits, some lucky hits, you've held some good projects, likely you were doing a lot better in terms of how much ADA you hold if you were to sell those assets now compared to if you just had ADA, and hopefully you were staking it at the bare minimum. Obviously though, NFTs are risky and you have to pay attention, so this is not just a buy NFT get rich kind of thing. But in general, as shown here, Cardano prices went down from $3 to 50 cents, and Cardano NFTs have kind of maintained or accelerated in volume rather than go down in volume. Now, currently, at this moment in time, there are some hot collections. There's always collections coming and going and coming and going, and most of these will not be around in, even a few months or 6 months, 3 months. A lot of them will die down. The floors may stay decent. Maybe their trading activity goes down. Maybe the project completely just blows everything out of the water. I don't really know, but we have a lot of projects here that are pretty cool. One of the ones that I've been paying attention to is Aqua Farmers. I did miss my Beast Boy Mint. Bummer. I thought they looked cool. And in general, Space Buds have been seeing a lot more traction recently. I don't know why. Really don't know why much of these things happen, but a lot more people have been buying up Space Buds. They are the #1 collection on Cardano. They are the most pricey one for sure in terms of floor prices for larger collections. And in terms of liquid Aqua Farmers, why I want to mention that is because it is basically NFTs for a very, very strongly backed project on Cardano, which is Liquid Finance, a DeFi and lending protocol put into a simplified manner. And the NFTs, which are the Aqua Farmers, will actually help you provide or get more yield from 2 to 5% depending on the NFT on your borrowing and lending. So this is for the LQ token, I believe. The yields will be increased just from holding one of these NFTs. Pretty huge case for utility if Liquid Finance is to do really good. I mentioned it before the mint. I'll mention it again. I think this is a very good NFT to have, and I'm happy to have it. It looks cool. And to me, I did pick up 6 of them. I minted 6 of them, and I was happy to get some rare ones. So it's pretty freaking awesome, and thought I'd mention this video because I do think that overall the liquid NFTs are going to do well, just because the project is huge and has a lot of use cases outside of NFTs that will be applied to people coming into the space and trying out DeFi on Cardano, but also being able to see that they have NFTs that bring in utility and they're native assets on Cardano. They don't have to be held by smart contracts if they're used to Ethereum and other things. And also in the NFT space and on my radar recently, I have seen Yummy Universe floor pipe up to 1,000 ADA floor, which is pretty insane, to be honest. I have been a big Yummy fan for a long time. I did a full video on their light paper not too long ago, and I'll leave that video link down in the description. Very detailed. The boot's about 25-30 minutes, and I go over everything that's coming from their game to all the staking mechanisms. Staking is now live for them. You can stake your Naira. You can see I do have quite a bit of these, and I am staking them to earn Yummy coin. That is a big reason why the floor has definitely increased. Less supply out there, and this just generally creates a supply shock, and more people buy, less people list, so on and so forth. Now, not taking too much time to go into individual projects, I really just want to make this video about the fact that Cardano NFTs are a great opportunity. They remain a great opportunity. They likely will be a great opportunity and have lots of opportunities inside the opportunity of NFTs, as long as Cardano lives on and as long as people still buy JPEGs for ridiculous prices. And I don't think either of those two things are going to be stopped or put into a halt at any time soon. And although there's a lot of projects passing and going, this channel was never meant to be talking about every single project out there. Really, I do talk about the projects that I enjoy, I have my eyes on, and I like. So many times you might see I don't mention a project. It's probably because I don't hold it. It's also probably because even if I do hold it, I'm not super invested into it, as you cannot pay attention to every project's announcements, all of the roadmaps. There's too many out there, and I already have enough NFTs, but I've been stacking more just because of what I mentioned here. The price of Cardano is going down, and it is going to recover, I believe. I don't know when, but in general, Cardano NFTs have not really had that same slump. They have been doing great, even though ADA is a lot less, so the NFTs are selling for technically less US dollars. You are multiplying your ADA holdings without having to incrementally pay more fiat to get more ADA. So this is a great way of doing things, especially during a bear market. You also have some funds. You get to look at some pretty pictures. And yes, it's not going to be super simple, but to me, it is fun. It is a way of doing things that I haven't really done lately. I haven't been flipping or trading. I've just been buying NFTs I like and holding them to see them value go up. Many times successful, not always successful, but still a great way to multiply ADA holdings in a bear market when ADA price is crashing. This is my only way of getting more ADA, really, other than my stake pool. Of course, this does net me ADA. If you stake with me, I do earn ADA from running this pool. And other than that, I don't have any fiat really to buy ADA. I use my fiat to pay for expenses for like the pool, rent, and so forth. And other than that, I don't really have spare fiat to spend on super cheap ADA, as nice as these prices are right now. If I was getting a weekly or monthly salary, really, I would be doing this. I would be buying ADA, but personally, where I am at right now, I don't have that option. And my main source of getting more ADA is going to be through NFTs. So that's it for the video today. I've mentioned this time and time again about NFTs being a great way to multiply your ADA holdings without having to put in more fiat. And I will mention it now in this video because I think it's important. I think it's fun. Take your mind off the traditional markets. Go over to some funny, silly stuff maybe. And also multiply your ADA. Someone does have to lose ADA though for someone to make ADA, or at least a collector has to pay you ADA to get your asset off you. So be careful. It's not always a winner's game, and there are going to be a lot of places where you can lose ADA in the process. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. None of this video is financial advice, just friendly advice, and catch you later.